Well, what a magic little afternoon we've been blessed with in Perth. As soon as I saw the weather forecast holding up the way it did, we've shot off Hillary's quickly in search of some snapper. Now searching for snapper in the shallow water goes beyond fishing. It becomes a bit of an addiction. Something I used to do a lot of, and it's something that I really want to show you guys how easy it is to do out of something like the Polycraft Tough Tender. Now keep in mind, we're only in a 3-meter boat. We're in 6 meters of water as it's reading. So we'll burley the place up and we'll see what we can do. All right, let's get some baits in the water. So the baits we're using this afternoon are really simple baits. Simply, we're using strips of squid, and when we're using the squid, we're cutting them into very, very thin strips. We're going to put 2 of those strips on the sneller at the same time. The reason is because you'll get the 2 tails of the squid constantly flickering. And what I think that does, it just gives it a bit more appeal. The other bait we're going to be using will be half muleys or whole muleys, which is, it's just, I mean, how much more standard of a bait do you want? You generally find muleys is always the kicker anyway. So yeah, look, that's pretty much all we're doing out here. It's no rocket science. We're pretty much finding a lump in 6 odd meters of water. This rod here is starting to get a few little inquiries already. But yeah, finding a lump in about, the 8 to 6 meters of water. The rise comes up to 5.86 meters. I'm just watching the sounder there as well. And all we're burleying with is a bit of a special mix that I make myself. Both in short crumble and large pellets. And I mean, just a constant, very light stream of burley is all you require. You don't want to dump all your burley at once. Anyway, I'm not going to keep boring you. Hopefully I see you in the next little shot with a fish hooked up. All right, let's get back to it. All right, we've got a little bit of a take here. We've got something on, very small, very slow take. So it's not going to be anything quality, but it is something. As you can see how quick that came up, it's really nice and shallow here. And what we have is probably one of the smallest and cutest sharks you've ever seen. So let me just get him off the hook here. The thing with these smaller sharks is they can pretty much turn around on themselves. And because their mouths are so raspy, it's so hard to get the hooks out. Oh, look at it go. But there you go. First little fish, small little shark. Interesting looking little fella, isn't he? Oh, we'll get him back. And he's off. I think the problem with fishing such shallow water spots is always letting too much line out. I mean, this ground we're fishing, there we go, broke it off. This ground we're fishing here is super, super dicey ground. I still got one hook though. And what that means is you just got to keep your baits up. So what I'll generally be doing, a lot of people will be throwing baits as far out the back as they possibly can. Where usually I won't put a bait any further out than maybe 5 odd meters. I mean, I'm in 5.6 meters of water, let's call it. So I mean, my baits are only ever casted 5-6 meters max, because what I want is I want my bait to sit up off the ground at all times. I'm sure you can fish a bit shallower in some tamer ground, but where's the fun in that? Yep, another take. Fuck, got here. This is a big dead weight. Usually means Port Jackson. Oh great, that's what I wanted, a little stingray. Oh well, we're going to get this fella off and yeah, let him go. Yep, there he is. I think we've got a skippy here, feel of that. But the good thing is, once the skippy rock up, the snapper are never too far behind. And the sounder's really starting to light up a bit now too. We're starting to get a bit of action on that sounder. I was 100% right, skippy. You can generally tell by the way they fight. That other rod now is just going mental. So we'll quickly get this fella off. Oh, no. Come here, fella. Oh God, I'm doing well. There you go. A lovely skippy. We'll put him back in the water because this rod here is going nuts. And drag me into a hole. Great. That can be the problem with leaving rods unattended sometimes. Well, we got it off. Beauty. Alright, we'll see whether the snapper are about to show up. Just had a massive hit on the plastic. Don't know what that was, but holy smokes, that came through with some gusto, that did. As you can see, plastic curled completely in half. That, I mean, God, the effort that just hit, that couldn't have been anything but a good snapper, I don't think. Quickly get her back out there and sink her back down to where it was, and hopefully we pick it up. So I decided to quickly throw the plastic right out the back, and immediately about to hook up. Now I think it's just another little skippy, which is alright. It's still a bit of entertainment. What do we have here? We've got a beautiful skippy. So as you can see, that skippy has got that plastic right down its throat. Get it out quickly. Just a little pearl coloured paddle tail, and we'll put the skippy straight back. Away it goes. Hope for a snapper. Getting a few little taps now on the plastic. Again. Oh. They're hungry for it. Oh, why are they doing this to me? There's plastics again. Oh well. Well guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm just about to bring in all the rods. It's just getting too dark now to keep recording, you know, and trying to be out here. So look, action-packed little afternoon. We still got, you know, skippy and you know, a few other odd bits and pieces. But guys, if you like this sort of video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It helps us out heaps, and you know, it keeps us doing what we're doing and going down the right path. And if there's something else you'd like to see that we're not doing, good old bottom, then let us know and we'll get it done. All right guys, until next time, we'll catch you later.